Everybody, and welcome back to Superman Crypto. Your host Superman in the house. A little bit later today in the recorded video, but hey, we're getting into it. It is a lazy Sunday here in New Zealand, and I hope you guys are doing really well around the world. So let's get into it, folks. Let's bring up the Zen ecosystem, and of course, here we are. We got Zen at the moment is on Ethereum is at 3,900. So you can see we're slowly creeping up here as well. We're heading back towards the 61.8 on the Fibonacci, back to that 4,300 mark there. We had some pretty good volatility yesterday. We had 4,500 almost on the high, with the low of 3,600. So quite the range there. What's it about? What's it, half? That's probably 9/10 there. So nice. And today, of course, we're at 3,900, but we're looking not too bad at this stage. As well. Now let's look into the Phoenix. Phoenix is coming up on the 13th, which is pretty cool. And that is looking at the 6th there, so 5-6 days away. And then of course Zen Dodge is coming after that. That's on the 20th. Now that's been penciled in. It's to be confirmed, but I haven't seen any changes in that so far. So that is coming up as well. Both of them big protocols. So what's the big protocol at the moment? We've got DVZen, and of course, to a smaller degree, we've got the Zen NFTs, which I think is going to have its day in the office once the gas prices come down a bit. So stay tuned for that. So there'll be 4 major protocols, and of course, we've got more being launched. I think Zenon's going to help with those NFT fees as well. We also see Razvan there is looking potentially to have a super project. We're going to talk about that soon too. So that could have a ginormous potential burn on future Zen, not just a mintable Zen, but future Zen. So stay tuned for that. Let's have a look at the supply numbers. We're just hit over 9.5 trillion. We got just over, we've still got similar numbers to yesterday on the staking. So that is sitting there. Let's have a look at the actual supply numbers at the moment. So yeah, on the 5th of May, we had negative 3.3 billion with 33 billion burn on. And then of course, on the 6th there, we had 18 billion burn. We had more stakes come out, almost 4 billion stakes come out, but a net added liquidity of 36 billion for that day. So that's the 6th. Looks like we're sitting at 57.75%, which is still the same for liquidity that we had yesterday. But we just hit, folks, 5 trillion Zen burned on Ethereum. So that's awesome. We just hit that today from the looks of it. So bullish there. Let's jump over to the future supply, which is really critical. It's one of our biggest fundamental indicators. And we've got, obviously, the weekend's got a lot of Zen coming out over the weekend. We've got to absorb that still. So that's always downward pressure. But next week, we've got these lower candles leading all into Saturday, the 13th, which is when we have Phoenix launch on Ethereum. So maybe a lot of the stuff that's sitting in circulating supply is going to be unleashed into the Phoenix protocol. So some of this will be unleashed then. So let's look forward to that. All right. And of course, let's move further afield. Let's move to 30 days. Obviously, we've got the 2 big candles coming up. We'll call them the sisters. We'll call them the sisters, though. And 336 billion on the 14th, the day after Phoenix launches. And, of course, the 18th there, 325. So we've got to absorb that as well. And then on the 20th there, we've expected to have the what did I say it was? The Zen Dodge. Yeah, it's a Zen Dodge on the 20th come up there. So perfect timing. Can't ask for better than that. And then looking out further 90 days, you can see those 2 protocols launching there is actually perfect for the next Zen mints coming out. But there's more in store. Let's jump over to DXN. Actually, let's have a first look at the quick, see what new mints happened over the last 24 hours. Gas prices are extremely high. So let's have a quick look at that. 5,348 new mints over the last 24 hours. So not much at all. And moving back to that dashboard, we can see the actual costs here as well on the cost per C rank. Super high. Look at that. Up at $14 per C rank there. Pretty big deal. So total gas fee of daily mints divided by a daily number of new dresses. So really big, expensive there at the moment. Let's have a look at, did I bring that up? Yes, I did. Actually, let's bring up the money and have a look at the gas prices since we're talking about it. Let's go have a look at what's been happening here. Absolutely supernova with the gas prices over the last 7 days. Saturday and Sunday just actually been incredibly high. It eased off just recently down to high 90s or something, but really has been very high. Let's have a look at the last day and have a look at that. So that's the day profile there. Got some super high numbers up in the 200s there, and we've just come off a little bit here in the afternoon, which is typical this time, down to 88, 87. But people are wanting to get down, so there's 87 there. People want to get down to 30, 40. I imagine over the next few hours, next 4 hours, that's kind of your lowest gas price. So this period here is probably your lowest gas price. So definitely look for opportunities. Maybe it might dip down even lower. Try your luck. Obviously, Pepe and other things are really pushing them. So we had 130 average over the day, 232 max, 70, 80 minimum. So gas prices are pretty high, but definitely an opportunity for them to get lower gas prices today, it seems. So that's kind of pretty cool. We can still see Uniswap and Pepe and things like that still pushing a lot of stuff through there. Pepe there, meme 115, but Pepe's coming through the Uniswap and stuff like that. So still out there. So let's see if we can get a lower gas prices. DXN, let's have a look at DXN's contribution to ETH burn. Let's have a look at the auctions there. Oh yeah, we dropped off quite a bit there. So we're sitting 2 days in a row about 27 billion each day for the 3rd and 4th of May. The 5th of May came in at 17.36 billion, really tapered off there with that high gas fees punishing. And we're into today starting off 2.6 billion so far. So let's have a look at the leaderboard in the current cycle. 1.3 billions in there at the moment. Look at the gas prices, 90s, 102. So yeah, 83. That person there's got the lower end. So pretty cool. There's 110,000 they've spent so far, about 15,000. So that's gonna, people will come in after that to get that on DXN. Let's have a look at the DXN price, which is over here. It is currently $26.38. So just bouncing around this region here, waiting for the gas prices to go down, no doubt, is what we're probably going to expect there. So let's jump away from Ethereum and have a look at the dashboard for the Phoenix, which is on Polygon. But remember, it's going to be launching in about 6 days on the Ethereum blockchain. So we're getting a bit of a lead in here. So let's quickly go to Polygon. If I can find the chain, bam. And there it is there. So cool. What we got there? Equity, 419 million so far in Phoenix. So people are still minting that out. It's only early days. Reward Phoenix there, 620 million. People are trying, I want to get that, right? That's what they want. Let's go to the reward and see what the countdown is. The 3-week cooling period. We're already down just under two weeks now. 13 days and 12 hours to go to get that. And I suspect we might have a bit of a run in that M Phoenix price. So let's have a quick look to see that is how that's going. M Phoenix just dropping off the bottom there is at 0.0034. So at the bottom, let's have a look at the liquidity, 10,000. So it's dropped from about 33,000 down about 10,000 over the last few days. It's down 27% today. So gas price is punishing as well. But this is on Polygon, so probably not so bad. So yeah, that's where it is. So 158 sales versus 79 buys. We could reasonably get a rebound on this. So just keep a close eye on that if you're on the Polygon play. And just keep the tabs on that because that might move suddenly. Who knows? Looking at MZN, obviously MZN's being burned to mint out Phoenix here. So it was a 10,000 to 1. And so yeah, I think that's the right rate. I've got to remember myself now. Let's go to the burn Zen. Yeah, was that 10,000 to 1? Let's remind myself. I'm pretty sure it's 10,000 to 1. Yeah, 10,000 to 1 there, 1 Phoenix. All right, cool. Just had a mind freeze there. So that is kind of where MZN is at the moment. It's also at the bottom of the range, 3,700. It is basically retraced all the way back from its rally up to the spook point. Even if you take the spook point from here at the top of these lines, you're still down way past the 78 Fibonacci. So almost a full retrace there. Let's get into some of Jack's news on Twitter. There we got Jack Levin, 5 trillion Zen will be permanently burned by tomorrow. That's already been done, of course. We looked at that, so that's been done. What else? Some Zen Knight art there based on the Zen Knight. My number 3 Zen Knight Ordinal is anything but ordinary. So congratulations. Look at that. That's gorgeous, actually. That is a really, really good one. That could actually be really, really pumpy. Wow, amazing. Zen Knight, 100% on that. That's really cool. What else they've got there? I might use, that's pretty good for a thumbnail, possibly. So that's pretty neat. Let's jump into some other stuff, though. What else got? Some epic art here. Let's jump through that. Now, they issued, just out of fun, this team issued the PUSD BRC 20, and that is actually got to number 4 on the top marketplace on Unisat, which is now the number 1 BRC marketplace. So that was pretty cool. on that one. BRC20 plus meme equals Bitcoin new live. X1 integration design is on the way. So this is the big news, folks. Looking to integrate X1 with Bitcoin and reflect X1 tokens, BRC tokens on the X1 chain. So this kind of integration has, as far as I know, has never been done. So this is pretty groundbreaking, could really expand things as well. So they've already had X Unicoin launched, or already had this PUSD coin launched through another team, but it really is starting to lift up the gears there. So pretty cool. Got some nice artwork there of Jack Levin. Might put that down on the thumbnail too. Got some stuff around Satoshis. Let's jump here. Now, 5 hours ago, from the Zen team comes BRC20 official project. So this is actually out of the official token project from Jack Levin's team. You will need a Unisat wallet, select Taproot account, set up, fund it with some Bitcoin. It's pretty easy. And of course, they're going to be launching, looks like a DGen PP in sync. I think this has already been issued, and I'm not sure how they're going to allocate that. I didn't see one on BRC there at $sign PP $sign. So we'll see whether that comes up there. If you loved the Pussy one there, then this one is going to be a doozy. So that's pretty much it. Or Pussy, I'm not sure how to say that. This is so cool. AI assisted a first principle, so that's on the Turbo contract. That's coming up too. So there's lots of stuff coming in the ecosystem. It's pretty amazing. Bitcoin blockchain Zenekins are coming, so obviously ushering in a new period. It's going to be cool. This is for BRC20 spaces. Kudos to Unisat wallet. So they're really getting involved with the breakout of BRC20s and ordinals NFTs. So that really is kind of exciting to see that. So stay tuned for that. So let's have a quick look at the DGen project just quickly. 14 hours and 50 minutes to go. So if you want to participate in that, keep a close look at that. You want to get your Unisat wallet set up as well. So if you're not familiar with what that is, I did cover it yesterday briefly, but let's have a look at the Unisat. This is the Unisat. You just have to go to the wallet page, set up a wallet from the Chrome browser. So it'll be in a Chrome browser. Then you can connect your wallet up to send a bit of Bitcoin to it. You can use PortalX or SwapSpace or something like that, and just send some Bitcoin there from EVM chain or any other chain that you want, and you'll have some Bitcoin pop up there. You just probably need, I don't know, a few dollars maybe. We'll see. So that is pretty much it. And coming over to finally lifting up here, Zen Zoo has published this stuff from Jack Sharp, a YouTube influencer. Zen inflation only goes down over time. The two most higher inflation years are year 1 and 2. The mints created now create the most Zen, but because ETH gas prices are so high, no one is minting Zen currently. The higher the ETH gas, the less people want to mint. And of course, what does he say here? The less Zen during the highest potential inflation period. Bullish. Zen is a bull run play, 1.5 years. Jack always talks about minting out long as well to get some of the early high inflation periods in the early years. So that's kind of cool. That's pretty much the highlights today. So not a lot. Obviously, it's a lazy Sunday, but that's pretty much it. And I can see Zen is holding up pretty nicely on the ETH chain, 3,900, looking pretty good. Phoenix and Zen Dodge coming down the line. And of course, one thing I did want to mention, and that is that let me just pull up. I think it might be Joe Blau. Let's have a quick look. He may have mentioned this. I don't know if he's got it here actually. No, he hasn't got it there. Might be Trayvon actually. Trayvon. Let's have a quick look at this. Trayvon had an interview with Razvan here. Developer Razvan explains his plan to burn 420 trillion Zen before it even exists there, using the Zen NFTs and doing that through his DB Zen NFTs. And so stay tuned for that. Potentially could be absolutely burning a lot of that future Zen coming out. So you guys have seen it on the dashboard down the bottom here. We got all these future Zen NFTs. A lot of them are in Zen NFTs. So yeah, we could get quite a bit of this burned out there. So let's see. Let's wait and see how that goes. Remember, there's only going to ever be this much Zen there. So if I'm interpreting that correctly, that looks pretty interesting there. So definitely well worth watching there. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And I may very well do a BRC video later on. So take care. Bye for now.
Basically, you have a Xen NFT, you come on a DBXen NFT official site, you burn it, and you pay some native coin, yeah, to the pool of DBXen NFT reward pool. You will get DBXen NFT. In DBXen NFT, your main attribute will be power. The power will equal the number of estimated Xen, and the power will give you a percentage from a total power, and you can receive daily native coin cashback. So let's say you have 2 billion, you have a Centurion with an estimated of 2.5 billion Xen. In DBXen NFT, you will have a power of 2.5 billion. When you burn the Xen NFT and you mint the DBXen NFT, you also need to pay native fee, the native coin fee to the DBXen NFT contract. Okay, the native coin fee is calculated like this. So the value of Xen in ETH when you burn it, and taking into account the number of days that have passed since you've minted and the number of days that need to be to pass until you are able to claim it. And the formula, I don't have it in front of me, but I will tell you the end result. So if you, for example, burn a DBXen a Xen NFT for DBXen NFT, and the Xen NFT you could basically claim it next day, that means that you receive a discount on the protocol fee of 50%. And let me give you another two aspects of the game theory. The power that you hold in your DBXen NFT decreases daily by a factor. So basically, it can go down to the floor is 1. So the last power that you will get is 1. This is the end result. Now, if you stake, and there will be a staking mechanism in DBXen NFT, and if you stake DXN, basically your power increases. So depending on how many DXN you stake here, your power gets a multiplier. Just imagine this. So at the end of the day, you will have an asset, an NFT that basically is liquid, and it has two associated crypto balances, one in native coin, ETH, for example, and one in DXN. And try to go on OpenSea and trade it. This is how it will impact. Actually, it will be a heavy impact on DBXen. So depending on how the community will react to this new type of asset, it might benefit a lot the ones that actually want to stick around the DBXen